Hello, in this video, I'm going to share a quick and easy way of creating a pivot table, even for people who've never done a pivot table before. First of all, think of a pivot table as a summary table. Don't think of it as a pivot table, because when you're creating these, it can be confusing calling it a pivot table. And I've met many people who think that it means that it's very much more complicated. Take your data. Make sure that your data is in a good format. That is, no merge cells, nice and easy data block with no missing complete rows or complete columns. And it's all there. Doing a Control T to apply a table means that it will work. So we have our data and we want to do some analysis so that we can then look at that to give us insights into our data. Data is one thing, but applying the data to visualization so that you can make sense of it and be able to understand what it's telling you is something that we all need to learn to do. So, for example, I might want to understand what's my best-selling product, what's my best-selling product by region, just how much is my sales per region, who is the best salesperson. There could be all sorts of insights that I want to apply to this basic range of data. So all you need to do is to click inside the data and then go to the insert ribbon. And there is a button. So that's my first click, recommended pivot tables. And what it does is it gives you some ideas. So these summary tables are probably everything that you would want to do with that data. So for example, we've got our sum of total by product, by region. Here we've got our simple regional one here. And further down, we've got a breakdown by region and by salesperson. So what is it that we want to understand? If I only want to understand by region and I go OK here, so that's 2 clicks, it gives me my pivot table, my summary table. All of this over here, until you learn a bit more about pivot tables, you can ignore, because this is giving you the data you want. And if you have a look here, the east north has actually got our collapse options and expand, so we can see the dates of those sales. But that might be enough to give you the data that you need to understand. And I then just click on pivot chart and I get a chart based on that data. And I can see easily that the sales have got the highest figure. So next time you have a data source, if you've not ever looked at pivot tables before, call them summary tables and try using the 1-click, 2-click approach and see what Excel does to recommend you a pivot table. And this was without Copilot. Of course, with Copilot, it could advise you on more options, but without Copilot, you can still get some good data from your data and analyze it and be able to have some good insight into it. See you next time.